Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is Coach's Corner here at Warren JFK, and I'm here with the cross-country coach of 4 years, Jill Phillips, who is not only a great coach, a great JFK leader, but one of my personal friends and favorites here at JFK. Jill, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for the kind words. I feel the same way.
So let's start here. You took this program over 4 years ago, and you said there was one boy and one girl in the program. How have things changed?
Obviously, Kennedy track and field is such a storied program, but I don't think a lot of people know how great the cross country program has been historically. So running is just something I love. I wouldn't say I'm a great runner, but I do love it, and I think it's a great option for kids. So we just started 4 years ago. We had, one boy and one girl varsity. We had a really nice following with some sixth graders, and now those girls are freshmen. So we have a full freshman or a full varsity girls team, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
3 varsity boys, and we got a couple coming up through junior high too.
It has to be incredibly challenging to recruit the hallways to just go, hey, we're just going to run. You know what I mean? Like you've got football here, you've got soccer, you've got volleyball, you've got everything here. And with obviously a very small, one of the smallest student athlete bodies around to choose from, how do you recruit? How do you sit there and go, hey, let's go have some fun and run like there's dogs chasing us?
I said, I think this is a group that otherwise probably maybe not have a lot of interaction together, but we really do fit together like puzzle pieces. It just, the right people said the right thing to their friend, and you don't join cross country because you want to be with your buddies, because you have to really love to run, and these kids just love to run. So
training, one of the most grueling of all the sports, and people will tell you about it. And if you've never been to a cross country meet, once you get in the backwoods, there's a bunch of nudging and shoving and all that stuff going on. You're dealing with all kinds of injuries from the run because it's the all terrain. How have you trained the mental toughness side of things? How have you kept these kids mentally tough?
I don't know that. I don't find myself to be particularly mentally tough. What I try to do for them is just provide constant encouragement and positivity, because even if you shave 1 second off your best race in your whole life, you've grown more. So I don't know that I'm teaching them. I don't know that that's I just think I'm better at being positive, and so they're just constantly reminded that everything that they do that's just a little bit better than the day before is success.
Running can beat you up.
Yeah.
I mean, it can beat you up, like we said, mentally. It can beat you up physically. But to have someone in your corner like you, to have the positivity, the encouragement aspect, who was there for you and kind of taught you this way of leadership?
Well, I've had some really great coaches in my life that coached me as an athlete. I've seen some really great coaches coach my children, and I've learned from them. We've been really blessed. I don't think we've ever had a coach that didn't make a positive impact, either on me or my kids. So it would be any coach that I've ever had or had the pleasure of having, coach my children.
How did you come to be the coach? There's got to be a story, right?
Well, so the reason I am partial, I tore my ACL when I was a junior in high school playing basketball before the season even started. And I was out, and it was devastating, and I thought, I got to get back into shape senior year. So Pat Lowry, who is a teacher here and was the cross-country coach then, I said, maybe if I start running, it'll help rehab it. And so I just fell in love with running after that.
So for you, the kids can't put in earbuds or anything like that. Are you an earbud runner? Do you have to listen to music when you go?
Yeah, and I have so much respect for those kids.
It's crazy.
That run, even practice, and I obviously never bring it up. It's probably a terrible habit to start as a cross-country runner, but yeah, I don't know how they do it.
So for them, do you ever ask them, like, how do you pace yourself? Usually if you're running, I'm not a runner, obviously, but when you're running, you can get beats per minute. You can get different songs. I mean, it can go deep. That rabbit hole goes down. But for these kids, like, are they humming? How are they distracting themselves? Or I guess, how are they focusing, too?
This group is special.
Yeah.
They're also some of the smartest kids I've ever gotten to. They're just bright.
Yeah.
I think they're just thinking all the time. I
that
think
fair?
their thoughts are always occupied, and so they just go out and have at it.
You do a ton for the school. And I feel like every time that I'm asking for something, your name pops up as an email. Like, yeah, absolutely. I'm the one that does it. So for you, why is JFK so special?
I am a graduate of Kennedy, and so is my husband, my dad. It goes real deep on both sides of our families. I just recently I've just started to think this is my vocation, this is where I belong, and so I just try my hardest to do my best because I think this is just my home, and it always will be.
We talked. You brought up family a little bit here, but every coach has a great supporting cast at home. Who's in that cast for you? Who's that cast of characters?
Throwing it way back to my high school is my husband.
Yeah.
He and I met here. We've known each other since the 5th grade.
Second story I've heard today like that. Sam Young.
Sam Young.
Yep.
Yeah. Chad and I have known each other since the 5th grade. I have just my brothers and their extended families and my parents and then my kids who I'm just the luckiest person in the world. But Henry is a junior here. He's a golfer in basketball. My daughter, Annie, runs cross country, and she's obviously a huge part of why I love to do this. Watching her run is a joy. Claire is in 8th grade. She's volleyball, basketball, soccer, and Louis is in 5th grade, and he's kind of a football, soccer, basketball guy.
Wow. Okay, so I got to ask this question because I know how challenging it is to coach your own kid. There's great moments, but there's also very challenging moments that you don't want to overstep. Where do you find the line?
Honestly, Annie's making it easy on me. I think as she's growing and maturing as a runner, she becomes more open every day to, my ideas or what I want to do with the team or what I think she should do. She's got a lot of heart.
Yeah.
And so I think she's starting to be more open to anybody helping her, continue to take those next steps.
Who are some of the runners you'd like to shine a light on and you're incredibly proud of?
On my team?
Yeah.
Mikey Rossi and Francesca Bolchak are the originals, the OGs, and they're seniors now. Them to come out and not know a single thing about this cross country, and they just work so hard. They never stop. If they're hurt, they're tired. They never miss a practice. They never give less than 100%. So, I mean, my 2 seniors for sure are, and they're leaders. And so
Sure.
I think they're helping grow the program as well, just being themselves.
I love it. We're so proud of you and everything that you do here and everything you do outside. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank
and
you.
taking
I
some time.
enjoyed this.
Good.
Thank you.
We'll do it again, I guess.
Okay.